Gerontology is a study of the social, cultural, physiological, cognitive, and biological aspects of aging. During my semester taking a course on the topic, I found myself most interested in the steps we can take to live longer, healthier lives. Despite the existence of trends and diets that are labeled as quick fixes for all of our health concerns, the real secrets to living longer may be more simple than we think. A useful model for how we can live longer lives would be to look at blue zones. Inspired by the Netflix documentary series Live to 100 Secrets of the Blue Zones, starring Dan Buettner, I decided to look into what they are and what we can learn from them. Blue zones are regions in the world where people are claimed to live or have recently lived longer than average. Some of the predominant regions are Sardinia, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, and Ikaria, Greece. In his documentary, Buettner identifies ways people in these regions live that differ from the majority of the world. This left me wondering, what can we do differently? Through my research, I identified 5 important facets of living that are crucial to lengthening our lifespans. And since I haven't lived long enough to talk about them in any meaningful way, I sought the help of an older individual.
All right, my name is Paul Stringer. I'm a retired educator of education for over 32 years. I'm 74 years old and looking forward to my 75th birthday next year. And I'm interested in continuing to age. I'm interested in becoming older than I am now, and looking at whatever it takes to reach that goal.
In blue zones, community is a foundation to the reasons they live so long. Most blue zones are ethnically homogenous groups of people that have lived in the same place for generations, holding on to their culture and traditions. In most of these regions, they live how their ancestors have for hundreds of years. This typically means living on locally available produce and having tight-knit social structures where people depend on and care for one another. In blue zones, having your family and friends close to you throughout life is a contributing factor to their longevity. According to the CDC, social isolation may significantly increase a person's risk of premature death from all causes, a risk that may rival those of smoking, obesity, and physical inactivity.
I found community in a couple of places. One, still working with kids in any capacity possible. Right now, working with some other black men and working with kids grades 5th through 10th grade at 4 different sites in Hartford, just trying to improve their language arts skills, their math skills, cultural awareness, and violence prevention piece. Another area of community that I relish in is with my Buffalo Soldiers, a motorcycle club whose focus is community service. We do different things. We work with the nationwide donation source that we fund is sickle cell, but also soup kitchens and other things to benefit the community, especially the Hartford community in one way or another.
A common trait of blue zone regions is walkability. In these communities, almost everything you need is within walking distance. So what do people do? They walk. And because walking is a daily habit, they stay active much longer than we might in America. This constant exercise conditions their bodies over the years, and they're able to perform this task effectively later in life where others might start to slow down. Moreover, this active lifestyle, in addition to their social networks, have shown to reflect a decline in cases of mental failures and dementia.
I used to be a runner, and I tell people, I had a back surgery and knee surgery, so I graduated from being a runner to a walker. So I walk almost every day, at least five days out of the week. Hopefully, I try to get out there 7 days a week, at least an hour. I do 3 miles in an hour. I do exercises also, just as one grows old, exercises are very beneficial. So, sitting exercises, squats, deep knee bends, and just being able to sit down and get up. That's very important for seniors as we grow. So I make sure that that's part of my exercise regimen. But a lot of stretching uh, and watching what I eat.
People in Blue Zone regions eat healthy, and they're not on some special low carb or exclusively plant based diet. It's more so what has to do with the quality of the ingredients and the portions of their meals. In the Sardinian Blue Zone, studies have found that participants that displayed better life satisfaction in their older age reported a greater intake of high carb foods such as pasta. Additionally, participants 80 and over reported a very high consumption of fruits and vegetables and a low consumption of animal derived food.
I've been a vegetarian since 1976. I stopped eating meat. 1976, I stopped eating fish and seafood or anything from waters or sea in 1977, and I did that because I was concerned about hormones that they were pumping into animals, and thinking about what the effects of those hormones are going to have 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't take any medication. I take vitamins. I take a multivitamin, and I take a D3 for bone density. But other than that, I've been blessed not to have to take any medicines, and I think it's because of my diet. Um, I, I love sweets, but I'm disciplined. I deal with my sweets in moderation. I rarely use salt. Um, um, I don't do a lot of frying. Um, so I eat a lot of, as far as making up for my protein, because I don't eat meat. I have a large diet of nuts. I love beans. I love salads. So I make sure that I eat comfortably. Do I splurge every once in a while? Yes, I do. I think a banana split once a year is great for me. And I like chocolate. I'll throw some Hershey almond Hershey bars in the freezer, and may have one every other night, or one or two times during the week. So everything in moderation, but I try to be as healthy as possible when it comes to eating.
Finding purpose as you get older is important for a number of reasons. Most find purpose in their professions or other activities and interests pursued throughout their lives. But as people age and eventually retire from work or old hobbies, it's important for them to find a reason to keep going. In his travels to Blue Zones, Dan Buettner found that Okinawans and Nicoyans both have similar sayings that translate to "why I wake up in the morning." I read a report that said a systemic review of 10 studies showed that a high score on PIL, purpose in life, was associated with a 17% reduced risk in all-cause mortality and cardiovascular events.
Um, I love to read. I love to read. Um, I love doing crossword puzzles and other types of puzzles. Um, I'm a sports fanatic, so I enjoy my sports, watching sports. Um, um, I enjoy um, traveling. Um, had a great opportunity to fly to San Juan a couple of years ago, and then cruise the islands. So that was a great opportunity. I've been to Europe. I had a chance to go to Paris and Rome, London, visiting my son when him and his wife were stationed over there. So traveling, I truly enjoyed that. Um, but also just being able to relax, and I have 9 grandchildren, so taking an opportunity to enjoy being a grandfather.
Being accustomed to our busy, fast paced lives, people often forget the role that chronic stress plays in our longevity. Numerous studies have shown the link between chronic physiological stress and mental disorders, such as major depressive disorder and post traumatic stress disorder.
I handle stress very well. Vietnam, being in Vietnam was stressful. Wounded twice, almost never made it home. After that, I don't think there has been anywhere near a stressful period in my life. It can't come compared to that. So, in some ways, it was good that I experienced that stressful part of my life there, because when I came back, or what I've dealt with now, I've been able to handle with not a problem. Being a teacher was not a problem. Becoming an administrator, that could have been stressful. I mean, it was it took a lot of patience. It took a lot of work dealing with the everyday difficulties of dealing with adults and kids. But I tell you, Vietnam prepared me for anything that I could ever imagine as far as stress is concerned. So stress is not something that has really bothered me since I got out of that war zone.
The last thing I asked Mr. Stringer was if he had any advice for people that want to live as long as he has. This is what he said.
Get a lot of rest. Eat right. Don't take medication unless you really need to. Exercise. Get involved with things in life that matter. Whether philanthropic, community service, volunteering. Just make your life something that when you wake up every morning, you don't have to be concerned about whether or not you want to face the day. Be able to awaken and feel that this is going to be a great day. Just be the best person that you can be. Love yourself. Love others like you love yourself. And be true to yourself. You don't have to be mean and evil. The world is bitter enough. Be a positive force in this world.